The plan was simple: replace the deck boards and give this backyard the makeover it deserves. But once I started tearing into it, I realized this wasn't going to be a simple deck project. And then I found something that could have caused a much bigger problem. See, this is all rotted out. I'm just gonna demo this thing, take all the boards off the top. They're kind of rotted, bad shape. I know at least the outside boards have to be replaced. I'm not sure how bad the inside ones. They're good at the bottom, but I can look right here and see this one is gonna have to be replaced too. I don't know, they might all end up coming out, who knows. There's not that many of them, so if I have to replace them all, it's not the end of the world. And I can probably reuse all the hangers that are there. Gonna get to ripping this out. Oh boy, kind of scary, huh? I wish they'd all come off that easy. Make my life a lot easier. Oh yeah, it's not gonna be that easy. Oh, this is gonna be a mess, man. I think this is gonna be almost a full deck rebuild except for the posts. If you're doing a remodel, working towards a new home build, or doing just a small DIY project, just know it's going to be a challenge. I'm almost 11 months into this remodel, and every project has been more in depth than what it appeared at face value. And about 5 minutes into this deck demo, I realized it was going to be pretty much a full rebuild.
If I help you, would I get paid?
If you actually help.
How much would you pay me?
Depends on how much you work. Hop down there. I'll hand you boards and you put them in there. You want to take that?
I'm so fast with that.
Back up. You do it?
Yeah, I got it.
Go around and go.
It's not my first time using one of these big machine things.
Gotta keep momentum, go. Getting a little help. Nice. All the decking is off. This front 2x10 is off and it basically fell off. I'm just gonna take all of these 2x10s off and replace them. They're kind of wavy. Some of them aren't attached. They were just toe screwed in there. And then back here under this deck, it really slopes down towards the house. You can't really tell from this camera angle. I'm gonna pull all this rock back, add a bunch of dirt in here. You can see, if you look at the lines on the brick pattern, you can see how it really drops down. So we're gonna fix that too while we're doing this. This slope back towards the house that was underneath the deck could easily be where all the water is coming from that is going into the sump in the basement, which really stinks, but also getting it fixed will definitely make me feel a lot better. Step one is complete, and that was to get this torn apart. Obviously, took it a little further apart than I wanted to. My ledger board's good, the hangers are good, posts and beam out here are good. I gotta pull all this rock back, fill that in with dirt so that it's sloped away from the house. Don't have any water coming in the basement there, but it could be why I'm getting water coming into the sump, because there's a tile that runs around the outside of the house, and all that water there's nowhere for it to go except for down, so it hits that tile and it comes in. So I want to get that resolved. I'm going to pull all these bushes out too, make sure all of this is sloped away from the house before I rebuild this deck. There is all of the rock that was in the landscape in the yard. That is a lot. And there's a bunch of other garbage stuff I pulled out of here. And no, I did not do that by hand. I rented a mini skid, which is super helpful. $235 for the day. well worth it. That would have taken me at least a day to do by hand. I mean, I don't even know if physically I could have done it. Dug all the rocks out that were everywhere. I mean, there was rocks out here in the middle of the yard, concrete from the old fence that was in here. Got all that rock raked back. Now I'm gonna go get some dirt. I was gonna use the dirt that I was gonna dig out for the driveway addition, but I need to get this taken care of ASAP. So I got some dirt down at the property I'm gonna bring in here, get this all leveled off, packed, get some landscaping fabric down, and then push all that rock back. Then I can finish this deck. All right, I got all the burn stuff piled over there in my burn pile. Hopefully this will go up. Oh, nope. It always gets hung up on this loop. So I think I have enough dirt. What do you guys think? It's not clean fill, but I don't need it to be clean. There's actually not a lot of rock or anything, and it's just more clay, which is actually perfect because I need it to get packed down and shed the water there by the house. This should be more than enough. Try to get it all towards the back so I can just scoop it with that mini skid. Then once I get a bunch out of here, if I need more, I'll close the gates, tip it up, and let it slide to the gate. I got laser level out, and I want to make sure the center of the deck is the highest point. Zeroed my laser out like right in here, and then I made sure I had plenty of fall going that way and plenty of fall going that way, and I do. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the hose and I'm gonna soak all this and get it to settle as much as I can, and then we'll probably have to add a little bit more in here. But if we slope away from the house this way, and then in the middle we slope that way, and we slope this way. All right, I've saturated all of this. You can see the water's running out that way and out that way. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let this saturate really well. I'm gonna add some more dirt up along there just to slope that away a little bit more. And then we'll be good to put landscaping paper down and push all this rock over it. I just wanna make sure that this gets good and settled. And this will probably take care of most of the water that comes into my sump pump. All this leveled out. I actually built this up so water will roll away from the house, and then there's like a little valley here. The highest point is in the middle, so water will go that way, that way. I compacted it multiple times with my hand packer right there. Wore me out. Got the rock spread back down after I put paper. I do need some more rock, but it's I'll be able to throw it under the edge of the deck right here once I get more. But now we can start laying out all of our deck joists. And on this project, I'm using FrogTape Deck Flashing. And so I'm gonna cut these tops of these posts off down a little ways to get to fresh wood. We are going to cap those with deck flashing tape, and we're gonna cap these headers with deck flashing tape before we put them on there. So that's the next step. Get those cut off, flash that, then we can set our cut and set our joists in. As there are 2 structural lags on each side, but I have a bunch of these deck bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one through each post while I'm at it. All right, we're gonna go crown up on these. $48.5. All right, let's crown this board. Oh, it's pretty straight on both sides. If anything, I would say this. right, so this bracket is just to strengthen this corner. Our front rim board is gonna go up here, and this will just give me a nice strong corner here. Basically all four corners are gonna get one of those. All right, so I just reused the hangers that were on here, obviously, and I ran a screw down through the top to suck this joist up against the ledger, and then I'm running structural screws on each side. All right, so I have my first couple joists lined up and secured. We're using these brackets. So I'm just gonna work my way across. They should all be 16. That's 16, that's 16 and an 1/8. So I'm just gonna match whatever it is. So this one's 16. And we're just using Fasco Tico nailer. 16. Out of gas. So pass load gas will work in Fasco. You just have to have this little adapter. I have all of this secured. As you can see, I got the corner, inside corner brackets. Those are on all four corners, and then we have 2x10 hangers on this ledger board. And then out here, what I did is I used these uplift hangers, and that way I just like this. This makes it really secure. Wind can't get up underneath this and lift this up, and I'm not putting any holes through my flashing tape. All of those have those hangers on them, except for the end ones. I can't get on there, but I could do another type of uplift hanger on there. But I will have a finish edge piece which will go over this and go down over those headers, and I'll screw it into those headers. Well, I have to get a measurement from there to there, and then I can cut my board out here. And I'd already measured that, it's 191, so I'll go cut 191. This is a 16-foot board. Obviously there's not a whole lot of chance I'm gonna lift that up there by myself, so I'm gonna show you a little trick. I marked these joists. Now I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna screw it, line it up with the end there, that's where it's supposed to be. And now I just essentially made myself another hand. Now I just got to line those up. It's very important that as we go across here, we remeasure our distance and make sure it matches up there, because that will help straighten these boards. If they have a little wave to them, a lot of times they'll want to take a little like banana bend. But as long as we measure from here to here and it's right, it'll straighten all that out. 15 1/4. All right, so we're putting this front board on, fascia board kinda, and what I'm doing is I'm going back to here, hooking on, and measuring. I'm 16, so I come back, hook, mark 16, and you can see how far that's off. And what happens is these boards get like an S to them or a banana. Some of these are down a little. This one's down a little, but it needs to go that way a little bit. So you can do one screw in here, which we all know that, and then we can put one screw right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get 3 screws started, maybe. And then you can take your hammer, hook it in here, and pivot the board. So you can move it up and down like that, and then you can move it the direction you want by pivoting that way. So now I got that lined up, so I can suck this in. And we're all lined up and we're flush. All right guys, well I learned something new today. When I have my meta glasses on, it will stop my phone from recording and go to the app when I start recording on the glasses for some reason. But you can see, I did film this whole thing, I thought it was, but you can see how nice and straight that is now that I went through my process of lining all those up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the center point of the deck and snap a line. We're doing picture frame on this. I got 1/2 inch cladding. My boards are 5 3/16. I want to come out 3/4. That'll give me a 1/4 inch overlap. And then 5 3/16 is right there. So that'll be the center of my board. So actually 4 1/2 is the center of my board. Okay. All right, that is a wrap on the framing of this deck, except for the stairs. But I am going to pour concrete out here, and then I'm going to land my steps on that. So I'm going to pour that concrete first. Picture framing this, so I ran extra joists on each end, so I have the ability to run the outside board. Did that here, down there. Got blocking for my posts. Posts are going to be 4 foot on center. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Stairs are going to go down right here, and then we have posts all along here, and then 4 across there. And then I'm putting a Smart Wings pergola on the deck. So with the 4 corners of that, it's 10 by 10, and it's got the smart shades on it that raise and lower, so I'm pretty excited about that. I got that in there. So the next step is to flash all this. I'm using FrogTape Deck Flashing to do that. I got all that done before I even put the joists on, but I'll do that. And then when the decking gets here, we'll get it decked, get the railing on, get our pergola up. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this concrete. I know I wanna come across the whole front of the deck, like probably 8 feet out, because I want room to set the grill up, maybe have a couple chairs, but I thought about bringing that concrete around here. There's a water spigot there. Let me know what you think for concrete. Like I said, I know I want to come across the front, but I might come around, kind of make a curved border or something. But I'm pumped this is done. This turned out awesome. It is super rock solid. One thing I forgot to mention is I put blocking all the way down the middle, and that really, really sturdies up this deck. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Come back, we will have the decking install, the railing install. We'll do all this concrete out here, the stairs, all that good stuff. It's good progress. We appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share us with your friends, and don't stop dreaming.